$10,000 per month sounds like a massive goal, but doing it in 30 days sounds almost impossible. But the math is actually simpler than you think. And I'm going to be showing you exactly what to do to build towards that $10,000 milestone. All right, now, of course, before getting to anything, you have to be able to make sure you have an active Amazon account, because that's the only way you can actually get to that $10,000 per month goal. So the simple rule of thumb here is if you live in the United States, you're going to sell in the US marketplace. So you go on sell on Amazon on Google and you type in USA after that, and you go on sell on Amazon.com. Then from that point, if you live in Canada, sell on Canadian marketplace, and so on and so forth. Now, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you obviously register for the professional account, which is about $29 a month. And usually the verification process to set up your account is about 24 to 48 hours. Amazon just wants to make sure that you're an actual human being. Now, one quick thing about creating your Amazon account is you will be required to create a store name. Now, the thing is that although this might be simple, a lot of people might actually get this wrong. So creating your store name, you don't want something random. You want something that is universally applicable, but is also short and concise, that's professional, and also builds trust with the customers that are purchasing products from your Amazon store. So a great example I can give you is a seller like this, for example, with the name Shoe Blob. I mean, look, in all honesty, I don't know what Shoe Blob is. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing it correctly, so it doesn't give me 100% confidence. Comparatively, if I have a seller name like this is what allows me to know that Canadian Deals is indeed a legitimate supplier, is indeed a legitimate store that I feel confident purchasing from. And I know this might sound very minute to a certain extent, but anything does make a big difference at the end of the day, and you want to be able to make sure that you have something that's universally applicable where you can sell products in numerous different product categories, but something that also insinuates the product is actually coming from the home country that you're selling in. So anything along the lines of like Kitchen Store 101, you don't want to do that because that's too niche, right? But if I have something along the lines of, let's say, Amazing Goods USA, for example, that would be a great store name that I can actually utilize, universally applicable, allows people to know it's from the USA, and it builds trust and it's professional. Now with this, a lot of people also think that you need to register an LLC and do this all different types of fancy stuff. You don't. You do not need to start an LLC in order for you to be able to start your Amazon business and open up an Amazon seller account. Don't go through more hoops than what you actually need to. The road to 10K is actually a lot more simpler than what you might think, and this is actually one of those steps a lot of people waste time, energy, and money towards, because it could cost you upwards to like $500 for even register an LLC within your specific state. So you don't need to do that in the beginning. You can be able to open up an Amazon account under an individual account. All right, so once you do that, and then you need to be able to make sure that obviously you're going to source the products from somewhere. And this is where it's going to come down to the suppliers. Now, the suppliers, you can think about any specific big name supplier that you utilize or that you buy from or that is within your hometown. Think about creating business accounts within those suppliers that are actually in your hometown. So for example, Home Depot is a supplier, but also Home Depot has business accounts for people exactly like us that we can actually leverage. Same thing with Costco. Costco has Costco executive memberships that you can pay for. That's like $120 for the year. So opening up supplier accounts allows you to get your foot in the door, because without suppliers, you don't have any products to list. And if you don't have any products to list, well, then you're not going to be able to achieve that $10,000 per month goal. So suppliers are the first stepping stone to your whole entire Amazon business, because this is what's going to allow you to reference their websites and check to see if their products are selling on Amazon at a higher price. Now, once you go through this process, you then want to be able to make sure you're building a brand database. Now, yes, hypothetically speaking, the next point is the product research part. But in order for you to be able to do product research effectively, you first need to understand how to find brands that you're ungated in and that you're authorized to resell as a brand new Amazon seller. So all you can simply do is create a very simple step-by-step spreadsheet that talks about the brand, that talks about the date that you found them, gated or ungated, and lets you know what suppliers specifically you utilized and the notes that are involved around that. You don't need to purchase 10 units of a product in order for you to get ungated in a brand. A lot of new sellers think that that's the case, but the reality is you can actually identify brands that you're eligible and approved to resell as a brand new seller. You just got to go through the right methodology and the right process. But by building your brand database, this is what actually allows you to have a competitive advantage, because you're not necessarily shooting in the dark, but you're also not wasting any time. So I know a lot of you might be tight on time, right? You're doing this on top of your day-to-day job. You have kids, you have a whole bunch of different life responsibilities. That's never going to go away. But how can you fit this within your day-to-day responsibilities is all about making it more manageable and focusing your time and attention towards things that are going to be directly attributed to your revenue. And if you take the time to build your brand database, this is what's going to allow you to make sure that you're doing the most efficient, the most effective product research to help scale your Amazon business to that 10K per month goal. Now, one of the simplest ways that you can find ungated brands as a brand new seller is you can go on ChatGPT, you can ask it to identify product types within a specific major product category. And And then what you do, you take any random product type. You can go onto Amazon.com from a consumer perspective, search up that product type, and then what you can then do is filter that product type from high to low. So what your priority is generally speaking, the higher in price that you go, the more third-party sellers you're actually going to end up seeing rather than Amazon FBA sellers. So when you see at least 3 to 10 other third-party sellers on a product listing, the product listing has good feedback, that gives you the indication that this is most likely going to be a brand that if another new seller is ungated in, you can also be ungated in that same exact product listing as well, or in that same exact brand as well. So once you identify a couple different brands, you can cross-reference that back into your Seller Central store, take the ASIN, check to see if you're approved to sell that product, and if it says you are approved to sell that product, then you're good to go. And that's how you build a massive brand database. It's not by overcomplicating the process, but by following a systematic sequence of specific things and specific actions you need to take action on that can allow you to identify the right types of brands that are still big name brands that people know, like, and trust, so you can sell products on Amazon without needing to spend money on ads, but getting you to the point where you know that you're putting your time and attention towards the right types of products. Now, if you want a more of an in-depth breakdown on how that actually works, I actually have a complete other video that talks about how to find ungated brands using ChatGPT. You can find the link in the description to be able to take a look at that. But if you also want me to personally guide you towards hitting that 10K per month milestone with a brand new Amazon business, even if you have no experience, you don't want to be placing bulk orders, you don't want to be spending money on ads, then all you got to do is simply click the link down below in the description to apply to be part of my mentorship program. So that way we can see if we can genuinely help you, just like what we've been able to do for over 4.5 years for over 700 brand new Amazon sellers as well. Now, once you find about 5 to 10 different brands that you are indeed ungated in and you put them into your brand database, a lot of people think that one brand could only equate to about 5 products. But the way in which you multiply this is not only searching one brand from one particular supplier. You're putting all your eggs in one basket if you only use one supplier. So the primary objective is to use a list about 4 to 5 different domestic-based suppliers that are based in the marketplace that you're selling in that have fast shipping times, so that way you can get exposure across different product variations. Because for brand X, supplier A might have a gold variation, but then for brand X also, supplier B might have pink, red, and blue variations for that particular product. So the more you expand within one particular product brand that you are ungated in, it makes it easier for you to duplicate and multiply the amount of product listings that you're putting on your Amazon store. Now, the types of products that you're going to be able to find really depend. A lot of people find a lot of success using products that are about $75 to $100. In the beginning, you could go a little bit higher as well. I always recommend having a hybrid store. And what a hybrid store is essentially a mix of medium ticket products and also high ticket products. So that way, you know, with medium to low ticket products, there's not much buying consideration going into place. So it's a lot more of impulse purchases from customers where you can kind of get more of those daily sales running in. But on the contrary, with high ticket products, they don't sell every day because they can be considered more so as luxurious goods. But when they do sell, that's when you make the most profit. That's when you make extremely high margins. So you want to try to get the best of both worlds as much as you possibly can. Now, when it comes to the actual research process, this is probably the easiest part because you already done the legwork of finding what brands you're ungated in. Now it comes down to just a game of copy and paste. So you go in every single supplier that you have available, you type in that brand name within their search bar. And what your primary objective is to check to see if the products that they have on your supplier's website are selling on Amazon but at a higher price. And if they are, if you see an arbitrage or a price difference between what your supplier has it at versus what it's selling on Amazon, that's when you know you can actually make a profit from it. But more oftentimes than not, it's a game of repetition. So how this essentially works is when you list your first 20 to 30 products, that's when you're going to get to the point of making your first sale. Now, for my mentorship students, it's obviously a lot faster. For someone like Sebastian, who is able to make his immediate sales hours after listing his first product, or someone like Angelina, who after 3 days of listing her first couple of products, was able to make her first sales. Right? And that's the importance of mentorship, is because we help people block out all the noise and help them focus on the only specific things that they need to be successful. So again, if you want to apply to be a part of a mentorship program so you can accelerate your path to that 10K per month goal, just click the first link in the description down below. Now, how does one actually get to 10K per month? Well, the math behind this is very, very simple, but a lot of people get it twisted. Now, I'm first going to explain that the 10K per month goal doesn't come from one product. right? Generally speaking, you can think about this in one simple way. If you list 67 products, then once you list those 67 products, let's say about every single one of them are bringing you about $150 per month. That's what's going to eventually get you to your 10K per month goal. But that 150 per month is going to be coming from a wide variety of different products. Home products, tools and home improvement, office supplies, pet supplies, toys and games, let's say, grocery items. It's going to be coming from many different angles, and what your goal is with an Amazon business is to build a portfolio of mediocre producing products that are bringing in as much revenue as you possibly can, although minimal, but because you're listing so many of them, it stacks up to that bigger level of getting you to 10K. And a lot of people do the inverse of this. They try to focus on having only the best selling products and listing the best selling products that sell 40,000 times per day. But the reality is that's where there's over competition. That's where it takes longer for you to see the results that you want, because everyone else selling on Amazon is going towards those products that are top selling. So it's a game and a race down to simply the bottom and the most minimal margins. Now, am I going to say that it's going to require you to take 60, 70 products for you to get your 10K per month? Absolutely not. Your results may vary. I don't know how hard you work. I don't know what your goal is or how much time you're able to put towards this at the end of the day. But for a lot of my mentorship students, reaching that first 10K per month goal could happen very quickly. For someone like Erica, for example, as of her 5th month being inside of our mentorship program, she got to the point of reaching over $12,000 in profit with her Amazon business in 1 month alone after starting her Amazon business 5 months ago. So things can happen faster, things can happen longer for certain types of people. It really comes down to, at the end of the day, how badly you actually want it. So once you list your first couple of products, things are going to start to sell. And once things start to sell, I mean, the fulfillment process is very simple, but this is also part of why a lot of my mentorship students use something called the Maximizing Customer Service SOP, which is a step-by-step, piece-by-piece roadmap to help them understand what to click and what to do every single phase of the post-order fulfillment process, so that way they're not skipping any specific steps. And the process is really simple, where when someone orders from your Amazon store, you're going to get everything about them in terms of shipping. You're going to take their shipping info, go to your supplier website, you're going to input the customer shipping info, but you're going to use your own credit card or debit, Visa, whatever means of payment you actually might have. So this way, the supplier is going to send that product directly back to the customer's doorstep for you, without you having to touch a product, see a product, even need to spend money on ads or anything like that. So you're just simply the middleman. You're the intermediary in this whole entire process. And no, it doesn't take long. It takes maybe about 2 to 3 minutes to process a particular order, and as you get very efficient to it, it can take at most 1 minute at the end of the day. But what I've noticed, how people get to their 10K goal a lot faster, is not by continuously trying new things, but it's simply doubling down on what they know works. So when you start your Amazon business, it's kind of like an upside down triangle, or kind of like a funnel, where in the beginning you're listing anything and everything you possibly can. But as time progresses, you're going to start to know which products and which product categories, which brands are bringing in the most traffic, and which of those that are bringing in the most traffic, the most views, which of them are selling the most. And once you identify which ones are selling most, then you can simply reverse prompt ChatGPT and ask it, find me 15 different other product types or 15 other brands similar to this brand. And then you can be able to go in vertical scaling mode, where you know what's already working for your Amazon business, instead of trying to simply reinvent the whole entire wheel. Now, will you ever get to the point with your Amazon business where you're not listing products? I mean, you could automate the whole entire process, but the name of the game is, since we're not buying products before they actually sell, why not list as many as we possibly can? The more products you list, the more eyeballs you get access to, the more exposure you have, which means, evidently speaking, you're going to be able to make more and more sales. So this is simply what it takes. This is an all action, no fluff, no bullshit, step-by-step process you need to go through to get to your 10K month goal. Now, the execution part is probably going to be the hardest part that 99% of people get stuck. So if you want help with the execution on helping you get to your 10K per month goal, and let me be honest with you, the results of what you're going to be able to achieve may vary. But if you at least want to give yourself the shot and see how this can potentially work for you and what it's like being inside of my one-on-one mentorship program, then click the first link in the description down below to work with me, and I'll see you in the next one.